that has perfected the art of hearing God. That is not the way God designed relationship with him to be. God does not, he did not raise you up to be on the umbilical cord of your mother after you were born. Into a church, especially like this, we try to give you the necessary foundation for you to stand on your own 2 feet. At some point, the umbilical cord, that when a man finds a wife house, then he come back and get his wife, marries her, take her back to her father, a bema, the bema judgment, where we will receive our rewards, our crowns, okay, and then we will go to our mansion that's been prepared for us. I believe personally we'll be continue to learn when we get in that position, okay? We talked about this new heaven, and it's on the top of these 12 foundations that are laid. You can study this in 21st chapter, pearls and this water coming out of the throne of God on it. Each one of these gates, please write that down. Because if you don't write it down, you're going to be confused. Jerusalem, that go 1,000 feet, that you will have a broad way. Watch this. In the midst of the street of it, that means the street was in, you have trees that we know. Look at this. It says 12 manner of fruits, and yielded her fruit how often?
Every month.
How often? That's interesting, isn't it? Because the fruit here in the earth will be bared every season. Maybe after a 3-month season, we'll see fruit begin to produce itself on a tree. So that right there takes away the possibility of them being apple, oranges, bananas, because we have anybody ever seen a banana grow in a month? Anybody ever seen an apple grow in a month? That's the thing. If in the midst of the garden, bit into the tree of life, then if you disobey the 10 commandments, guess what? You could go to jail. Why? Jesus now is running the whole earth. And in the millennial period, we run the world with Jesus. We'll be governors. We'll be mayors. We'll be police officers. We'll rule the world with Jesus. Guess what we'll be? Angels. Why? Because we'll be what? Redeemed. Y'all getting this? Well, then, if we're going to rule the world, who are we ruling? Human beings. Please jot it down. I know you've been taught wrong. Watch this. And I'm not going to say taught wrong. I'm just going to say lessons have been avoided. That's a better way. So I don't sound like I'm putting somebody down. I'm not. Lessons have been avoided. Y'all got that? So you're going to have human beings in tribulation on the great white throne judgment. Who will be standing before God on the great white throne judgment to be judged? Hands. Prophet. Human beings. Everybody got that? Human beings. So what does that mean? If he's going to be saved. They open that will live in New Jerusalem. Wow. I hope you're taking notes. Because if you take these notes, then that makes things make sense. Or else, why would you have a New Jerusalem just for the redeemed to be in? And right after this, I'm going to give you a scripture that's going to even make this more clear. Now, those that were here last week, you already know this. I didn't give you this particular scripture, but this makes sense. So look what happens now. Boom. After the judgment, those who name what in the Lamb Book of Life will be thrown in the lake of fire. So we're in the wilderness. And they